And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. Ready up.
6, Mike, 56. I got him.
Murray now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready. Them with the flag. 6. Check 56.
Oh, you got deep?
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of run.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
56. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Set, ready. 10, touchdown. Let's go one more.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers. And under the Lions Sends pressure. He's brought down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going to air one out, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. It's still a nice play by the defense.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Three nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And an alley run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
56 is the mic.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Yeah, baby. Set, ready. 10, touchdown. 56. You gonna get this boy?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Around into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
At the 12-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
56, right there, 56.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run through with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Right stone. Travel.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Murray, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brissett sets to throw it. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll only get the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Murray off play action. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Check pass. Check pass.
On first down, Barkley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Bring it.
On play action, Brissett rolling to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On 2nd and 10, Brissett. That's complete to John Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
58's the mic, 58.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brissett. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Zoom. D, faster.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now Bernard, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Get ready.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, rolling to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Get tired of seeing me.
Play action now. Brissett. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, Brissett. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, but I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Now this time Murray to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. They'll try and run with Bernard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw it. Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. And he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Brissett now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the line.